a good late Sunday afternoon, and welcome to the Howard Community College Athletic and Fitness Center on the campus of Howard Community College in Columbia, Maryland. I'm Ken Krasalovic, and along with my partner Matt Trudeau, we will be bringing you the play-by-play of the men's NJCAA Region Championship game. It'll be the Howard Dragons on their home floor against the visiting Dundalk Lions. These teams got here by wins over the last 2 days. Howard knocked off Montgomery. Howard, the 2 seed, knocked off the 7 seed Montgomery 86-62 back on Friday. And then yesterday, it was Howard over Garrett by a score of 82-69. Dundalk, out of the other side of the bracket, came from behind to beat Potomac State on Friday. It was 72-64 in overtime. And then Dundalk advanced to this title game by virtue of the semifinal win yesterday over Frederick, 63-51. Matt, you saw both those games in their entirety. Tell us about the matchup that's generated by the wins.
So, the main guy to watch out for, there were 2 guys to look out for tonight with the Lions. You have Muhammad Bundu, number 13. He is the top rebounder in the region. He also is number 1 in blocks. So he's a guy to watch on the defensive end. Christian Wright, however, is the guy that's been getting them to this point in this tournament. He willed his team to a victory when they came back from 19 down. He had set his team's first 7 points in overtime, and they ended up winning 72-64. So he is definitely the guy to watch out for. Yesterday he had 14 points. They had 2 players in double figures come off the bench, so the bench played a big role yesterday in Noel Hilton and Jason Muzan. On the other side of the ball, the Dragons have a very solid defense, but the offensive star has been Naquan Williams-Day. Naquan Williams-Day, 25 points in the first game against Montgomery, just took the game over, and then he dropped 21 last night against Garrett, including some big baskets. Garrett tried to cut into the lead, and he willed his team to a victory. So those are the main players you need to pay attention to. On the defensive side of the ball for the Dragons, you definitely have to look out for Deshaun Eaton. He gets a bunch of steals. And for flashy assists, you need to look at number 32, Kelvin Selman. He comes off the bench for this Dragons team. He put together quite a highlight reel the first game.
We're going to pause. We'll come back, and we'll give you the starting lineups and the opening tap right after this break. I'm Ken Krasalovic, again back with Matt Trudeau, and as promised, let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for Dundalk, the number 4 seed in this regional. They'll send out Tyshawn Walker. He's a 5'10" sophomore, averaging 11.3 points per game. Also at 5'10", a freshman, Malik McCormick, who Matt spoke about earlier. He's at 13.5 points a contest. Christian Wright winds out that 3-man backcourt. He's 5'10" freshman from Greenbelt, Maryland, 14.2 points per game. And up front for the Lions, Aliasa Bray, and he is averaging 7.5 points a game. He's a 6'4" sophomore out of Pittsburgh. And rounding out the starting lineup, Mohamed Bundu. He's 6'6" sophomore from Largo, Maryland, 12.1 points per contest. The Lions are coached by Jerron Taylor, assisted by, get all these, Gus Durr, Byron King, Jermaine Rutley, Daryl Perry, and Lynn Smack. And for Howard, the starting 5, Deshaun Eaton, 6'2" freshman from Columbia at 14.1 points per game. And then a bunch of bigs. Michael Gray, 6'3" sophomore from Glendale, Maryland at 8.7 points a game. Naquan Williams-Day, 6'5" sophomore from here in Columbia, Maryland at 12.5 points a contest. Joel Webb at 6'7". He's a freshman. He averages 7.1 points per game. And Devin Richmond, 6'4", sophomore out of Bowie, Maryland, at 12.2 points. And the Dragons are coached by Mike Smelkinson, assisted by Will Thomas, Terrell Willis, and Al Moraz Jr. The teams are on the floor. Dundalk, the lower-seeded team, in their road black uniforms. Howard in the home whites. Howard controls, and we'll go on offense first, working to the basket to our left. I'll get it off to the left corner for Gray. He'll shoot from there, no good. High-arching rebound, pulled in by Christian Wright.
Got to feel like that might have been a little bit of a rush shot, maybe some nerves with the Dragons here early on.
Well, they've won 7 in a row coming into this one. Dundalk had lost its last 3 games of the regular season before whipping off the couple of wins here in the tournament. There's a 3-ball from the left side by number 3, Malik McCormick, and that opens the scoring in the contest. Dundalk draws first blood.
Malik been a little quiet this tournament so far. It's nice to see him get a 3 early on, maybe get in rhythm.
A 3 the other way, and you can count that one for Howard and Michael Gray. So he missed from the corner, goes out to the wing, and buries that bucket. We are knotted up here in the early go.
Dragons like to play sometimes a full court press, also a press on the top 2 of a 2-3 zone.
Deep left wing shot missed by McCormick. Howard back at it, looking for the lead for the first time. They get it to the corner for Richmond, and we've got a whistle there. Wherever you are across our internet connection, glad to have you with us for championship college basketball here on a late Sunday afternoon. Women's game went off a little earlier. Essex defeated Chesapeake 86-81, and there is an alley-oop. Pretty basketball there in the bucket by Devin Richmond.
That is a connection that has been working all year long. Devin Richmond loves the dunk.
Steal here, and a drive and a bucket by Michael Gray.
Now you'll see the Dragons getting into a 2-2-1 full court press. More of an annoyance.
Lob down low, intended for Muhammad Bundu, and it went off his hands and out of bounds. And Coach Durant Taylor does not like the early start for his Dundalk Lions. He's going to burn a timeout here, less than 2 minutes in.
And you see, you know, the Dragons, like I said, they like to play full court press. If they don't, a lot of the time, you'll see Dundalk get across the midline, and as soon as that happens, 2 guys are right on the point guard's hip, forces some turnovers, and then easy buckets on the other end.
These teams played back on January 25th at Dundalk in a controversial game. Dundalk won it 83-82, coming back from 10 points down. But there was a lane violation on the shooter that was a missed call, and then a layup, a bucket that put Dundalk in the lead and got them the win. So Coach Smelkinson of Howard and his team have a score to settle here today and a chance to go to the Nationals online. Danville, Illinois is where the winner of this will wind up in the 16-team national field. Drive and a kick to the right side. They're going to call it offensive foul on the drive, and Devin Richmond is rung up there with the personal.
Good job by Tyshawn Walker getting good defensive position. Michael Gray could not stop himself and committed that foul.
Pressure again in the backcourt. Dundalk breaks it with a pass over the stripe for Walker. Four players on the perimeter for Dundalk. They feed the lane. Bray looked for help, got it to the left side where the shot's forced by McCormick.
Good job by McCormick to find even close to an open shot. Makes Naquan Williams-Day foul him, so 2 free throws coming his way.
His first team second, and that will put McCormick to the line. He was the high scorer in that first meeting between these two teams. Scored 20 points in that game, the 83-82 win for Dundalk over Howard. First substitution. Bray checks out.
And to talk about the Lions in that comeback, they did a full court press, and Potomac State could not handle it. So look for that later as we get further in this game.
Jason Muzan, number 20, checked in for the Lions. 3 ball here, a step beyond the arc, no good. Off the hand of Williams Day, and the ball out of bounds off the miss. They're going to say it went out untouched, so Dundalk will take over.
Muzan coming into the game, he hit a couple big threes for this team in the semifinal game yesterday. You see the Dragons, full court press, Joel Webb gets it.
And it pays off. Ball knocked away by Richmond, and Howard has it back. Drive to the left baseline by Eaton. Ball knocked loose and out of bounds. Dundalk had it momentarily. Walker couldn't hold the hot potato. It's out of bounds, and Howard will have the basketball back.
You see Muhammad Bundu got a block. He's number 1 in this region for a reason.
Inbounds pass is errant and picked off by Malik McCormick. So Dundalk down 4, has possession.
See the Dragons in a 2-3 zone.
Left baseline jumper, no good for Dundalk. Glass is cleaned by Williams Day for Howard. Down the floor, Gray will pop a tray, no good.
Bit of a rush possession there, but it'll make the defense think.
Mike Smelkinson, coach of Howard, returned to Howard this year after a stint at Hartford Community College where he was ultra successful with that Division I program. Long 3, count it.
Had to have some range on that, and that's Christian Wright for you.
Cuts the lead from, or actually puts Dundalk in the lead at 8-7. Howard in the lane, turnaround shot by Richmond, that's good. And the lead seesaws back to the Dragons, 9-8.
Devin Richmond able to split the defense, get a floater.
Bounce pass in the lane, and a conversion off the bounce by Bundu.
Excellent fake by Bundu. Got an easy shot.
Quickly the other way, the drive and the scoop lay-in will count for Gray. He's got 7 of Howard's 11 points. The other 4 belong to Richmond. Walker thought about the drive. Defender got in his way, so he retreats, gives it off to Wright, who backs out to the center circle. Long 3, right wing, count it from Uzan.
You know, when you play the pressure defense like that, you're gonna give up some open shots. You gotta hope they miss them. But Muzan did a great job nailing that one.
Just about 5 minutes into this first half. Left side 3 by Gray. Count that. That's puts him into double figures at 10. And it's 14-10. Howard, ball out of bounds here.
Michael Gray redshirted for this team last year. He came back this year, started on the bench, and he's definitely earned his starting role, and he's off to a hot start here today.
Well, Gray with those 10. He did not play when these teams met back on January 25th. So his making up for lost time so far here in this early go this afternoon. Howard ball, high post jumper, no good from the hand of Williams Day.
That's a shot he likes. He normally makes those.
Dundalk back at it. They'll swing it right side, only briefly. Back to the left, another long tray. This one's off the mark by Wright. Howard gets the rebound, long pass down the floor, taken by Eaton. He laid it up. He couldn't get it to fall, but he got fouled.
Deshaun Eaton comes into this game the leading scorer for the Dragons. He really hasn't had a game to what he's used to putting up so far this tournament. Maybe today is the day.
So charge that foul to Christian Wright of the Lions. And that will send Eaton to the line. He is 72% this season from the stripe.
Both teams shooting the ball well so far. Dragons at 54.5% and CCBC Dundalk 57.1. And both shooting 50% from three-point range. So, I mean, that's going to calm down. But right now, it's been a shooting fest.
Eaton makes both free throws. Dundalk works the arc. Again, drive from the left side, no good by Struthers, who had just checked in. Dana Struthers, a 6-foot sophomore from parts unknown.
He's had a couple really good games coming off the bench for this Lions team. He's another added element for this team with a good bench, and you're going to need that to beat good teams in this league region.
Pivoting and looking for help desperately, Noel Hilton of the Lions out there for the first time. Right side, another long three. These have been some hefty shots. Muzan missed on an air ball. It winds up then turning out to be a shot clock violation.
Noel Hilton was one of the guys that had a great game yesterday off the bench. 13 points, 10 rebounds in the win over Frederick.
Matthews across the way got rid of it. Winds up on the near side for the 3 ball by Kelvin Selman. That's good.
Very impressive. Kelvin Selman struggles with the passes a little high. Still hits the 3 though.
Doubles the lead from 3 to 6 for the home-standing Howard Dragons. Pass to the lane. Jumper is up and good by Hilton.
Good job finding just an open space to get an easy jumper.
At the free throw line, pump fake by Williams Day. Then the shot inside goes awry. And Dundalk back at it. In traffic, Struthers forced.
Struthers did a good job of anticipating contact, but was unable to get that to drop.
Quick pass to the perimeter. The 3 ball no good by Selman. Drive the other way results in a defensive foul against the Dragons.
I believe that will be Naquan Williams-Day's second foul. Oh, nope, they called it on Kelvin Selman.
Howard coach Mike Spelkinson says this team is deep. He's got 9 players that he says could all start.
Very much is. A lot of the time this year they've done 5 for 5 swap outs.
Free throw no good by McCormick. The foul, by the way, was on Selman, his first, team's third.
Cole Harshman comes into the game for the Dragons. He is their 3-point expert. Along with playing lockdown defense, he's an annoyance to other teams.
McCormick's second try is good.
So now you're going to see a bit of a press defense by the Lions.
One side to the other, now back top side. They'll try and dump it down low. Catch by DJ Tucker Harry, who put it home.
That is a play that he has mastered this year, getting behind the defender and getting easy layups.
5 different players have scored already for Howard. We talked about just talked about their depth, and it's showing. Here's Tucker Harry tapping it away, going for the steal. Ball knocked out of bounds, however. Dundalk will put it back in play.
DJ Tucker Harry, another guy, started out as the 3rd big on this team this year, but he has definitely become the number 2, hands down. Joel Webb's the number 1, but DJ Tucker Harry most of the time ends up with a lot more minutes.
Mike Smelkinson took this Howard program to the Division II Nationals in Danville, Illinois, then got the job at Hartford, went to the D1 Nationals with the Fighting Owls. Now back here at Hartford, or rather at Howard. Shot missed from the right corner. Howard's got it again. Out there is Cole Harshman, first time, number 4 for the Dragons. Bounce pass to the top of the key for Selman. Fadeaway shot from the free throw line, no good. Dundalk's got it. Not a lot of second chances.
No, it's been pretty even here early on. Lions have a 2-1 lead on offensive rebounds. They're also out-rebounding the Dragons 10-6.
Starters return for both teams. Tyshawn Walker back out there for Dundalk. Michael Gray returns for Howard. This Dundalk team, not a lot of penetration. They work the outside and will take advantage of a drive once in a while like there. That one too strong off the back iron. They have taken some long threes here in the early go.
Was able to get that floater, but, you know, those floaters can be tough unless you're a master at them. And, you know, was not able to get that one to drop. Those are going to have to drop, you know, to make the Dragons respect their inside game.
Foul on Ibrahim Bundy. There's two, Bundu, excuse me. There's two of them. Muhammad has the better numbers. That was Ibrahim. They are out of Largo, Maryland, Largo High School. Three ball here. Count it for Cole Harshman. He pumps his fist in delight after burying the three ball there. He becomes the sixth Howard Dragon already with his name in the scorebook, and opens up the Dragons' lead to 8 points, biggest yet.
Cole Harshman really struggled shooting the ball in their first round matchup, but he stayed here and got some extra time on these new rims, and he had a pretty decent game yesterday, and he hits a three here now.
Ball knocked loose, scramble there in the free throw circle, and it's going to be a possession call, so the tied ball will go over to Howard. Comes Malik McCormick, yet another starter to return to the Dundalk lineup.
Now the Lions coming out, being an annoyance to the Dragons, but they get over the line.
That's Deshaun Eaton with the basketball right now. Finds Harshman, touched it briefly, now he'll get it back. Stutter step from the right side, pulls up from 15, no.
The Lions have been doing a great job at shutting down second chance opportunities for the Dragons.
Drive to the high post and a bounce pass along the side of the lane gets knocked loose. They're going to say it went off Howard and out of bounds. So Dundalk will inbound. Still 20 on the shot clock. We're over the halfway mark of this first half. 9:44 to be exact to go in this first stanza of basketball. Inbounds play comes way out high to McCormick. Plays catch with each wing, takes it back, now lets it go from three straight on. Missed it. Harshman pulled in the miss.
You know, the Dragons' defense is going to be willing to allow them to take those threes all day long. They're playing into what the Dragons want.
Right corner three, they used glass and they got it to go.
A heck of a baseline run by Michael Gray to find the corner three open.
The lead is double digits.
Not only does this team play suffocating defense, but they can score fast and often.
Gray with almost half of his team's points, 27 for the club, 13 by sophomore Michael Gray.
And much like we saw in the earlier game today, you know, anybody on this team can become the leading scorer at any time and go on a run for their team.
Gray averaged 16 points a game 2 years ago, sat out last season, now playing his sophomore year under Mike Smelkinson. Drive down the lane by Ibrahim Bundu. And a foul called against Howard.
I think a good decision by Bundu. It slows the game down. He earned some free throws. It makes, you know, the Dragons think about how to approach when the Lions attack the basket moving forward.
That foul was on Tucker Harry, his first, team's fifth. So we'll have free throws now from the hand of Ibrahim Bundu. Made the first.
Lions already with 7 turnovers to the Dragons 2. But Dragons only have 5 points off of turnovers versus 2 points for the Lions, so not a big difference there. Have not made them pay that much yet.
Those free throws by Bundu put an end to an 8-0 run by the Dragons. Underneath, Harshman was just short on the free throw or field goal attempt. Ball winds up out of bounds off the miss.
The Lions had some success playing man-to-man defense there, so you might look to see them stay in that for a little bit.
NJCAA Region Championship game. Winner is the Mid-Atlantic District Champion. They will go to Danville, Illinois. Entry pass, stolen away. Lead pass down the floor. Eaton drives the hole and puts it in.
They call Deshaun Eaton the babyface assassin. He's a freshman, but he plays like an upperclassman.
Out of right here in Columbia, Oakland Mills High School. Spin move at the corner by Walker. Tried to bounce it in the lane. Picked off by Eaton. Down the floor. A reverse layup. No good by Gray, but the foul will count. What did they call a goal to? Basket does count.
Okay.
I believe it was Harshman.
I think it was Eaton. I think Eaton might have got the tip in. Let's see who they give it to on here officially. Eaton with the tip in. Yeah.
Okay. Eaton has 6 points.
Yep, if you look at it, he's second on the team. Michael Gray, 5 of 8 from the field, 13 points. John Eaton with 6. Malik McCormick is the leading scorer for the Lions here early on. Dragons with 7 steals in this first half already, making it really difficult for the Lions.
Had a chance to talk to Mike Smelkinson before the game, and he said the only team that he has had that was better than this one was actually one of his Hartford teams, but not the one that went to the Division I Nationals in 2016. He felt that the team the next year was his best team, the 2016-17 squad, which lost a national qualifying game in the districts by 2 points to Monroe out of New York City.
Wow. Monroe's a pretty good school. They beat Hagerstown yesterday to go to the Nationals.
He said that he's told his guys here at Howard that if you win this one, I'm going to say this is my best team ever. A little incentive for the Dragons.
They just, the energy, you know, and it's something I think the Lions, their best bet at stealing this game here is to slow it down. And they have to, there we go, that too high press. And then they just forces the pass a little too hard, and another turnover.
Yeah, no look pass by McCormick, and it was a little high. It went off the fingertips of the cutter on the baseline and out of bounds. So Howard, with the 13-point lead already, will have a chance to add to it.
Malik McCormick did a great job splitting that defense, though.
Gray drives and puts it home. 15 points for Michael Gray, averages 8.7 points a contest. He's almost doubled his average, and we've played just under 13 minutes of basketball.
He's one of those guys that can create a shot for himself, too, which just makes him dangerous at this level.
Corner 3, count it. Quiets the home crowd. That was Muhammad Bundu. He's up to 5 points. Ball slapped into the hands of Christian Matthews, and he put it in.
Christian Matthews, a very versatile player on this team. He's playing a lot of center in this tournament, but most of the time he's a guard.
Bundu answers again. He gets the lay-in.
Bundu's been a good spark for this team here early on.
Deep right wing with it is Gray. Gave it off to Eaton. Looked for the drive, couldn't find an opening, so he gives it off left baseline for the fadeaway by Williams Day, and that's good. His first 2 points.
And Williams Day coming off of 2 back-to-back 20-point performances.
The lead at 14. 8 different Dragons in the scorebook already. Entry pass is knocked away by Williams Day into the Howard bench. So Dundalk will inbound. We've got a substitution for the Dragons. It'll be Richmond in. Harshman comes out.
It was an excellent defensive play by Naquan Williams Day.
Missed 3 from the right side. Rebound went off of Howard, so Dundalk will get another try with it.
The defender, if the offensive player is able to sneak behind you, you have to be able to deny that pass.
Inbounds pass tapped away by Gray at midcourt, but he tapped it all the way out of bounds at the other end, so Dundalk will get it right back and have to bring it down the length of the court.
Michael Gray came to play today. Probably the most intensity on the court so far. I'd like to see the Lions try and get Christian Wright more involved.
Another long 3. We talked about how many long ones they've taken. That one by Walker off the mark. Here come the Dragons back at it. Gray loses control. Dundalk in transition, can't get it to go, and Eaton gets the miss the other way. Here's Gray driving that left baseline, and it's going to be a blocking foul down low against Noel Hilton, and the Dundalk bench didn't like the call, but come on.
Yeah, Michael Gray got called for a charge early on. Glad to see that he, is not scared to go attack the rim again, and he earned himself 2 free throws.
The biggest lead had been 15. That free throw equals the largest margin. Bucket good by Gray. His first free throw of the game. 81% is Gray from the line this season. 39 of 48 coming in. Had 2 more good ones. He's up to 17 points. And Howard's lead is up to 16. Biggest yet. Howard pretty much having its way here in the first half. Dundalk flips it out right side. Walker penetrates, gets it underneath. Shot is up and good, and it's going to be an and one.
Excellent bounce pass by Tyshawn Walker. I was just going to comment that they need to find ways to get easier attempts at the rim, and that was exactly what happened there.
Hilton scored. Richmond fouled him, his first. Hilton misses in his chance to get it to the three-point play. Howard back at it again. Right corner open for 3 is Richmond. No good. The ball went up high off the miss and hit the top of the glass, so they'll blow it dead, and Dundalk takes over.
It's very tough to defensively scheme against this Dragons team, but I think they should probably be playing more man against them.
Spotting up on the right wing is Christian Wright. Rattled the rim, popped out. Matthews fires it down the floor and into the hands of the Dundalk Lions. Wright comes out with it.
That tends to be a kryptonite of the Dragons this year. They try and go for the quarterback passes. That leads to turnovers.
Just shy of the free throw line. Jumper no good. Howard will come back again.
That's a shot that has to start going down for the Lions if they want to get back into this game.
Howard 24-6 on the season coming in today. Basket by Gray. He's up to 19 points. Dundalk is 21-9 on the campaign for its one-loss record.
They should not let Michael Gray go back to the locker room at halftime. I mean, he is
keep him out here, keep him hot.
Yeah, man. Simulate games for him.
Let's let him keep shooting. Jerron Taylor, the Dundalk coach, takes the opportunity to talk to his troops while Tyshawn Walker shoots free throws.
I talked to Coach Taylor after their game yesterday, you know, and he was very aware that they kind of stole one from this Dragons team, and there's no element of surprise anymore. Kind of like how Frederick got Beaver County the other day.
Yeah, the 8 seed beat the 1. We were talking earlier, the women's tournament hold chalk. Every favorite one all the way through to the, the 1 versus 2 final. On the men's side, we saw several upsets, and that 8 versus 1 in the opening round, definitely the biggest of those. So we have 4 versus 2 here in the final as far as the seeds are concerned. Good look inside by Eaton. He found Matthews for the easy layup.
And Christian Matthews has the ability to shoot the 3. Turnaround jumper, he's got a quick, he's almost Sean Marion with his shot when you see it.
To the free throw circle, Struthers works his way into the hole and converts. First points for him.
Smart play, you gotta attack the center of that zone and make your shots. Got to make them think about what defense they're playing.
This Howard team averages 88 points a game. They're just about halfway there with a couple of minutes to go here in this first half. And they get 2 more right there from the hand of Naquan Williams-Day.
Naquan Williams-Day really thrives off of contact when he gets down there, and he makes a lot of those awkward-looking layups. Got the home
He converts,
roll.
Yep, that'll be a 3-point play for Day. And the lead is 46-29.
Struthers 4 points in a row for his team.
He gets another bucket.
Trying to be a energizer for his team.
Long 3 by Matthews, probably the longest one the Dragons have tried. Dundalk's taking a slew of shots from out there. Drive and the right-hand lay-in will count for Christian Wright.
Lions definitely, these past 3 possessions, finding easier opportunities, not settling for 3s.
Right side from the arc, no good by Richmond.
And Dragons are kind of falling into quick possessions, quick shots. They get into this mode from time to time.
Long 3 straight on. No good by Wright. Howard's got it back off the miss. Eaton pushes the ball up the floor. He'll drive to the hole with the right hand. He can't convert, but he can draw a foul. That's going to be on Christian Wright.
That is his second.
Correct.
Deshaun Eaton coming in.
Eaton stays perfect at the line here in this first half.
Said he's the leading scorer on this team this year. He has a pretty reverse layup. It is impossible to guard.
Joel Webb checks in, the freshman out of Forestville, Maryland, for the Dragons.
Dragons didn't even show pressure there, and still got the Lions to
turn it over.
Which that brings them up to 11 turnovers to 4.
Yikes. 3 ball.
That was a
Gray.
heat check.
Yep, that rattled the rim, popped out. Dundalk back at it, quickly up the floor. Struthers drives. Off glass, too hard. Hilton got the rebound, was about to go back up, and Gray fouled him.
That's
second foul on Gray, yep.
Great turnout here today in the Dragons' lair. Filled up quick.
Hilton makes the first of two. Jason Muzan back in for Dundalk. Cole Harshman returns for the Dragons. Hilton misses the second. So the margin is 14. Howard works it down low. No basket, but yet another Dundalk foul. And 3 subs check over to the scorer's table for the Lions.
It's Muzan's first foul.
Muzan, Struthers, and Walker all going to come back in as they go back to the offense for the possession after the free throws here.
Devin Richmond came into this tournament number 5 in Region 20 shooting free throws. He was at 80.8%. Yesterday he slipped down to 80.2, but he just missed a free throw there. A little shaky from the line as of late.
He makes that one to split the pair, so he's up to 5 points.
There goes that press.
The lead is 15. Dundalk not wasting much time. Shot rims out. Offensive foul will count for Bundu.
It's a good consolation prize for that missed 3.
Eaton gave it off. Fadeaway jumper from 18. No good by Richmond. Last shot of the half will belong to Dundalk. It almost went in off glass.
The Lions did a good job of, making a little bit of a run to have some positive to build off of going into the second half.
So 20 minutes of basketball are history in this championship game with a national tournament berth on the line. And Howard will go to the locker room with a 13-point advantage. We will take a break. And when we come back, my partner Matt Trudeau will have a chat with one of the assistant coaches. So stay with us. After that, Ellen Campbell will be aboard. She'll talk to one of the region reps. That'll be, I believe, Greg Whitcup. So plenty to come here at the half. Stay with us. Your score here at the break. Howard 49, Dundalk 36. More after this on the NJCAA Region Internet Hookup.
Matt Trudell back here with assistant coach Terrell Willis from the Dragons. Coach, Michael Gray, 19 points in the first half. Why is he even in the locker room right now?
Oh, man, he's hot. He came in hungry today. He didn't play against them last time when we got the loss, and he took that on himself. And now he's healthy. He's playing. He's been waiting for this game since they upset the first time. So I'm happy he can get that going.
So you guys forced 11 turnovers, so only 4 in the first half. That played a role in your 13-point lead right now.
Yeah.
Shooting the ball great pretty much everywhere. What are your thoughts on the first half?
I think we had a lot of opportunities to key possessions to extend the lead, and I think even though we're up 13, we still didn't play the best we can play. We got to be smarter on some possessions. When we got them on the ropes, we got to get them down. We got to take better shots take care of the ball, and we got to get stops defensively. We let them get open in three-pointers a couple times. We let them get layups because we're missing assignments. We stop those mental mistakes. It's a lot better first half, but I'm blessed to be up. We're blessed to be up 13. Hopefully we get in the second half, we can clean up those mistakes and extend the lead so we ain't got to worry.
Last question. Garrett, you had a big lead on them yesterday. They came back a little bit. You still ended up winning by double digits, but how do you stop that from happening today?
We got to come in. The score 0-0. It's a championship game. Nobody's going away. Dundalk never going away. I think we had a lead last time we played them by 10 in the second half. They never stopped. They came back, got up, and they beat us. So we got to keep the foot on our necks, and I think our guys are ready, and they understand that. They remember they got a bad taste in their mouth. That bus ride was terrible. So other than that, I think if they keep that up, we'll be good.
All right, well, good luck in the second half, and we'll see you.
Man, appreciate it.
right, folks, once again, Ellen Campbell with you. I'm going to do a short interview with Greg Whitcup, who is the CCBC Essex Athletic Director, also Region 20 Assistant Director, and the basketball chair as well. So tell us a little bit, Greg, about what you've been seeing in this Region 20 tournament.
I mean, I think on the guys' side, you know, just to start it off with Frederick knocking out Beaver. You know, I mean, I think going into that tournament, Beaver's been in the national poll all year. They have a big, strong, talented team. Frederick needed to win the last week of the season to make it. They beat Chesapeake to advance and win the 8th seed, basically. And they just came out and played hard and hung around, turned it into a kind of a scrap.
Right.
You know, it's a scrappy game. They didn't let Beaver get loose and just run the floor and kind of take over and do their thing. And they hung around. So, you know, when the one goes down in the first game of the tournament, it kind of changes how everything's going to go throughout. You know, the team that everyone's kind of worried about is out of the tournament. You know, so I think the one thing you saw on the men's side, all the games were really competitive.
Right.
So you start looking at how does that play into depth. You know, the guys that have to step up off the bench. We've seen a couple teams. You know, Garrett had a guy off the bench come in and lead them to a win over Cecil, who's another team. You know, at one point Cecil had won 17 in a row. They've been in a national poll like 8 weeks in a row. They have experience at the national tournament, you know, with a lot of guys on the roster. So Garrett had a guy step up who wasn't, you know, one of their key players all year, and knocked Cecil out.
Right.
You know, so that kind of leaves Howard in the driver's seat in their own gym. You know, and to their credit, they've played really well.
And perfect on the season at home.
Right, perfect on the season. You know, they're a deep team. So in a tournament like this where you play 3 days in a row, a little bit of an advantage to have a team like that where you can go 9-10 deep. You know, Dundalk, on the other hand, is kind of like an underdog. They're a 4 seed, but they were down 19 and came back to win.
Yeah.
You know, but that also takes a lot of energy out of you. The way they play, high energy, scrappy, everyone rebounds, everyone can score. It could be a different guy every day with Dundalk. You know, you see Malik McCormick, their leading scorer. I think at one point in the game late yesterday, he had 3 points.
Right.
You know, so they've had a lot of other guys step up and kind of lead them by committee. And today, again, they're down. They've been here before. The one thing I can say, and I've known Coach Jerron Taylor for a long time, 15 years, his team's always going to play hard. And you watch him coach on the sideline, if there's one trip where they don't play hard, he's letting somebody know about it. So they're going to continue to play hard and compete.
And Coach, you just watched your women's team win the Region 20 championship. They're headed to nationals. Just tell me a little bit about how excited you are as the athletic director.
Yeah, I mean, I think we knew, you know, when we decided to start a program, you know, we hired Mike Sini. He's a really talented coach. He's got a track record of winning in this region and nationally. We knew we were going to have a pretty good team, but also building from scratch. You know, last year, March, we had 0 players. And there's a lot of good coaches and a lot of good programs at the Division II level in Maryland. So, you know, we knew it was going to be a battle, and it's a long season. When you play teams multiple times, they kind of get an idea of how to play you. So we knew going into this tournament, if we saw Montgomery, we saw Chesapeake, if we got to Howard, it was going to be, you know, a tough game. So that's kind of the way it ended up.
Well, congratulations to your women's team, and let's get ready to watch the rest of this game.
All right,
Thank you so much, Greg.
Thank you.
Matt Trudell back here with Coach King from CCBC Dundalk. Coach, struggling a little bit with the high-pressure defense. How do you get easier baskets in the second half?
Oh, yeah, we just got to get our guys to calm down. I think they're a little, letting the moment get a little too high for them. The first thing we need to do is just calm down.
You know, first game of this tournament, you came back down by a lot more than this. I'm sure you brought that up to your team at halftime. What was the main thing you were telling them?
Yeah, we got a resilient group. We've been here before. I trust that my guys are going to fight all the way through.
All right, well, I'll let you get back to your team. Thank you for sitting down with me.
All right, thank you.
Getting ready for second half action here. Howard leading 49-36. Want to thank our sponsors. MedStar Health, the official medical provider for Howard Community College Athletics. Pepper Jacks, the sub shakes and fries spot in Laurel, Maryland. Air St. Gross Architects. Howard County Visitors Bureau. And Maggiano's Little Italy Restaurant in the Columbia Mall.
So a little stats coming out at halftime. Dragons shooting at 50% from the field. 38.5% from three-point range, 88.9% from the free throw line. On the other side, 40%, 12 of 30 is the Lions, 4 of 16 from three, 25%, and that is 8 of 11, 72.7% from the line. And the Dragons are winning the turnover battle 11-4. So talking to Coach King coming at halftime, he wants his guards to settle down. He wants them to, slow the pace of play down, which is what we were kind of talking during the first half.
It'll be Dundalk ball as we begin second half play. I'm Ken Krasalovic. Matt Trudell is my partner. And Dundalk gets a basket to start things off here in the second half. Christian Wright got in underneath and laid it home.
Yep, just like that, a high percentage floater, not settling for a deep three.
And they did that often in the first half, especially early on. Drive from the left side by Richmond. Count it.
Very good job getting across the lane in the middle. Nice job to keep himself composed and make that basket.
Howard with 49 first half points, on track just about for 100. They average 88 a game. Drive from the right side, the running right-hander, no good by Christian Wright. And the Howard Dragons have the basketball once again.
And you talked in the first half about the depth of the Dragons and how they can use this defensive pressure to, extend the game for them.
A miss from the left corner there by Williams Day. And help to his feet is Devin Richmond, a sophomore out of Bowie, Maryland, DeMatha High School. He's the only returner on this team from last year. So Mike Smelkinson came in this season, returns to Howard after being gone for, about 4 seasons, and totally turned the roster over.
I talked to Devin the other day, and he said when he heard Michael Smelkinson was coming to town, he was going to stay.
Well, Smelk told me the first meeting he had was with him to say, here's why you need to stay.
Michael Gray was technically a part of the team last year, but he redshirted.
Right.
Sure, I have not had a chance to speak to him, but a lot of good players joined this team once Smelkinson joined.
Only Williams Day came with Smelkinson from Hartford last year, at least of the players that played. Selman also came over, but he was a redshirt on last year's Hartford team. Basket good there by Dundalk. Howard Howard with the three. Yes, for Eaton.
And this team has some shooters. Deshaun Eaton does not shoot many threes, but when he's open, he'll take them.
Quickly the other way, McCormick converts.
McCormick did an excellent job of using hesitation to get the defenders a little anxious, and he got himself an easy layup.
Ball knocked out of bounds on the far sideline by Bray. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yep,
Bray.
Quick hands by Bray. Makes the Dragons have to reset.
Bucket for Gray again,
And
the margin is 15.
it seems like Michael Gray did not take a break.
You were saying he had to stay out there
Yep.
to stay hot. Well, he went to the locker room and stayed hot anyway.
It's the first question I asked Coach Willis. I said, why'd you send him to the locker room?
Long three straight on. No good. The offensive rebound by Bundu gives it off to Bray, who equally misses a long one. So Dundalk falling back into that trap of taking about 25 footers, 26 footers. That's not the way to win.
And Coach Taylor was not a fan of both of those shots.
They call an offensive foul there on Williams Day. His second. First foul of this second half. Took us almost 3 minutes to get it.
And good job by the defender to get up under Naquan Williams Day and draw the foul.
Dundalk again attacks the basket quickly. Whether it's long or on a drive, they do not waste time.
Very smart play by Christian Wright. He was able to get by Michael Gray, and he took on DJ Tucker-Harry and made a very difficult layup, but as a chance for a three-point play here.
He drew the foul from Gray, so his third. Gray becomes the first person in the ballgame with foul trouble. Wright misses on the attempt at the three-point play, the old-fashioned way.
We'll see if those missed free throws cost them later in this game.
Eaton with it on the left side. Cuts through the lane. Oh, fancy behind the head pass.
An absolutely amazing pass by Deshaun Eaton. See, Calvin Selman's known as the passer on this team, and I think Deshaun Eaton gets a little overlooked. That was an excellent pass for an easy basket for Devin Richmond.
And Dundalk's going to take a timeout here as they have fallen behind by 17. That is the biggest deficit they've faced. They had it in the first half, a 17-point deficit at 46-29.
Just when you know you're able to have those no-look passes or trick passes and your teammates on the same page with you and is able to get those easy buckets, it's impossible to defend. Absolutely.
We are at the Howard Athletic and Fitness Center in Columbia, Maryland, and glad you have found us on this late Sunday afternoon, heading into evening. Been a fun day, been a fun 4 days.
Absolutely, absolutely.
If you like basketball, this is where you can get a bunch in a short amount of time. Right side three, no good from the hand of Muzan. Foul, no good as well. Dundalk's going to get another try at it. Drive and a kick to the left side. Walker with it. Goes into traffic. Blocked inside by Webb. Howard's got the ball back. Here comes Gray. Gray spins in the right corner. Comes out and gives it off to Williams Day. They'll cross. Winds up in the hands of Eaton. He drives underneath. He gets blocked down low. And Dundalk's got it back again.
Both defensive sets had success.
Right corner three, no good by McCormick. Glass is cleaned by Michael Gray.
That was a pretty good possession by the Lions. They made the extra pass, had an open three. It's just unfortunate it didn't drop there.
Gray working on the wing. He'll pull up. Three is no good off the rim and the glass. Dundalk in transition once again. This time they'll set up an offense. And we got a foul away from the ball down low. This is going to be on Joel Webb.
The first 4 minutes and 45 seconds of this half, the Lions have not committed a turnover as of yet, but they have forced 2 turnovers by the Dragons, so tightening up in the second half.
Dana Struthers, Noel Hilton return to the Dundalk fivesome. Entry pass to the lane, in traffic, Hilton puts it in.
Hilton did an excellent job of getting way up there and just getting the shot right over the defender's outstretched arms.
Pressure at the center stripe. Howard breaks it. On the right wing is Williams Day. He'll force, no. Rebound picked up by Muzan. And they're going to say when White caught the ball, he was on the sideline.
Coach Taylor has a gripe because he thinks that the ball might have hit Kelvin Selman on the sideline on the possession before. And then to get that call right in front of his bench.
Your officials, by the way, in this game, Rob McClure, Joseph Danek, and Michael Triplett. Why are we always inclined to say their names after there's somebody yelling at them? Lob pass inside, caught by Webb. He put it up. Is the bucket going to count?
I think it should. You know, if you moves on and you're going to commit that foul, you need to make sure he can't make that layup right there because he's a 44% free throw shooter. So, you make him earn the 2 instead of giving a chance at 3.
Well, that's what Muzan's going to get here. Hits the front of the rim, the glass, and the ball tickles the twine for that 3rd point.
You expected the shooting percentage of the Dragons to dip during the second half. It has not yet.
One and done for Dundalk. Howard back at it, up 16. Right side, Richmond with it. And the tooting begins.
And one thing I will give the Dragons credit for this whole tournament is no matter what defense is put in front of them, 1-3-1, 2-3, they are quick to figuring out how to beat it, and that just makes it tough on the defense.
Mohamed Bundu checks back in, bounce pass in, is knocked loose, and Dundalk's got possession. In the lane, pull-up runner by McCormick, no good. Ball loose near center court. It's scooped up by Selman. He'll go to the corner with it. Howard will set things up. They get it left wing. Williams Day misses the jumper.
The Dragons have almost been exclusively in the 2-3 zone here today, but I mean, it hasn't really hurt them.
Bundu, who got the rebound, wound up getting the shot as well. No good.
I guess if it's not broke, don't fix it, you know?
The other Bundu will check in. Ibrahim wearing number 23. Aliasa Bray returns for Dundalk as well. Eaton will get a break. Or rather, Struthers will get a break, as will McCormick. Long 3 left side. Oh, net by Devin Richmond.
Devin Richmond able to get around that trap, and then they rewarded him with an open 3.
Carrying the basketball, and it'll be a turnover on Dundalk. And the Lions are going to try and stop the bleeding again with yet another timeout.
Talked to Coach Terrell Willis at halftime, and he was talking about the bus ride home from the loss against the Lions and giving up a double-digit lead. He talked about how important it was to approach the second half as 0-0 and to build another double-digit lead. And they are 1 point away from making it a 20-point ball game. Again, this team is 16-0 here this year. Did not lose a game. Made my post-game interviews with Coach Smelkinson a lot easier.
Well, you know, Mike Smelkinson talked about that that, again, comparing to that 2017 team at Hartford, that team likewise was undefeated at home. So he sees a lot of comparisons with what that team had to offer and what he's seeing here a little further south down I-95.
Yep. And I mean, with depth, you know, it makes it so you can suffocate teams with that defense and just keep rotating players. When you have 9 players that can all be starters, you know, you can rest essentially 4 starters at a time. It just makes it extremely difficult for teams with not as much depth to keep up with it. But he is sticking with all of his starters except for Kelvin Selman right now.
Well, you know, as teams get to playoff basketball, they tend to use their benches less and less.
Yep.
Now, Smelkinson in this case has talked about the depth of his team, that he has 9 guys that he essentially could start any of them. They're almost interchangeable. He could come up with all kinds of combinations. But even still, you do see some retreat on substitutions when you're in playoff basketball.
One of the best decisions I think he made this year is originally starting the season, he had Selman and Deshaun Eaton starting together. He puts Selman on the bench now, and he's more of a 6-man, and he calms the team down.
Selman sent it outside for the drive, and the home folks here not happy with the whistle there.
Williams Day again thriving off of contact.
It's going to be a blocking foul, however, on Dundalk. 3 subs again for Dundalk. Struthers, McCormick, Wright all into the lineup as Coach Duran Taylor searches for that combination that might cut things down in terms of the deficit. Free throw, no good. .80 run here by Howard has opened up a 21-point lead.
And Lions just need a basket. Doesn't have to be a 3.
Drive on the baseline, and the scoop shot by Wright will count, and he got fouled.
And, you know, he's been the player of the tournament so far for his team. He's the leading scorer. And, you know, like I said, just get a basket, stop the bleeding, let your team know that they can start dropping again. Excellent play by him. 0 of 1 from the line so far today, though. But he gets that one to go. He's up to 12 points. Now some pressure defense, full court press being played by the Lions. Looks like they have a 1-3-1 going.
Drive from the right side, high arching shot by Selman. Winds up in yet another whistle. So Selman will toe the stripe to our right. He is 76% on the season. First time he's visited the line in this one.
Very underrated player, best passer on the team. He will give you those highlight level passes every game, at least multiples. And he can also make his shots. Beautiful spin around 2-point jumper yesterday.
So Selman sweeps the pair, extends the lead to 20. But a quick 3 the other way by Dundalk.
Moves on, bench specialist so far for the team.
He's got a pair of 3s for 6. Meanwhile, the other way,
that's that reverse layup I was talking about.
Yep.
It's unguardable, and he can hit it in several different ways. Dragons still in that 2-3 defense.
At the low block, Struthers pivoted, hooked it, missed it. Foul called here on Dundalk after the miss.
Struthers found some success in the first half shooting from that open spot in the zone. He decided to try to push it this time and took a foul out of frustration off the miss.
Eaton with it, started to drive, pulled it out, gave it off on the right side to Richmond. Richmond into the lane, dribbled it off his foot, but it's picked up by Eaton out on the wing. He'll throw it up from there, no good. Rebound Christian Wright for Dundalk. Outlet pass up the floor for Struthers. To the right sideline, shot is good by Muzan.
Muzan up to 9 points for his team, 2 threes in recent possessions.
Howard with a comfortable lead of 16 as we approach the midway mark of the second half. In traffic, Williams Day forced it. They're going to say travel. So Day will sit down. In comes Christian Matthews. Also Cole Harshman off the bench. And Michael Gray returns. So 3 new players in the Howard lineup.
Again, you put this caliber of 3 players on, it's not even really a step back. Dragons is trying to force the Lions to play a little bit quicker than they want to.
Entry pass to the free throw circle. Struthers bounced it from there to the corner where the shot was missed by Muzan. And out of bounds off that miss, Howard has it back.
I don't think that was a poor decision by Muzan. He's been the hot hand as of late for this team.
Harshman did the inbound duties, got it in for Selman, who brings it up. Gives it off to Matthews, who finds the basket.
He can hit shots from anywhere on this court.
Quickly the other way for the 3 by McCormick. That's good.
Big shot for the Lions here, getting some confidence from the 3-point line.
McCormick into double figures. 3 ball the other way. Yes, sirree. Kelvin Selman.
And that's what Kelvin Selman brings to this team. Like I said, he's an assist specialist, but he can hit 1 or 2 of these shots a game that just completely deflate a team and lifts his team up as well. And that's why I think switching him to being a 6-man coming off the bench just made it, was a great decision by Coach Melkinson.
We have passed the midway mark now at 9:49 to go. Let's take a look at the leading scorers in the contest. 3 double-figure performers for Howard. Michael Gray leading the way with 22 points. Deshaun Eaton with 13. Devin Richmond has a dozen. 12 is what's the leader for Dundalk. That belongs to Christian Wright. And Malik McCormick next up with 11 points for the Lions.
Let's look at some team stats. Lions shooting 41.2% from the field, 26.9 from 3, 69.2 from the line. On the other side, 53.8%. It was 50% at half, and they've increased 3.8% from the field. The Dragons in the second half, 45% from three-point range and 84.6%. So just shooting the ball much better. Total rebounds, 29-28 is the lead by the Lions. 13-8 turnovers. Lions are trailing on that one. But the points off turnovers big. Dragons have 16-6. And the Dragons are winning 34-26 in the points in the paint.
So Dundalk with the basketball, looking to try and get busy here and give themselves a chance here in the final 9 minutes. A nice look down low, yeah, to the cutter, Hilton, who converted. And contact in the backcourt, they're going to call an offensive foul on Kelvin Selman. So Dundalk, which just got the bucket, gets the ball right back. DJ Tucker-Harry returns for the Dragons. Joel Webb to the seats.
Dragons back in the 2-3.
Open in the left corner is Muzan. No good.
Good pass to the open shooter for the corner three, but not dropping.
Gray lobbed it into the baseline. They'll kick it back out top side. 3-ball missed there by Selman. Dundalk's got it. Left side three, rimmed out by Muzan.
Muzan's starting to cool down. Couple three-point shots that have not dropped for him, but can understand why he's feeling confident. He hit a couple threes here.
Dragon possession. In traffic, up and good by DJ Tucker Harry. His second basket.
Excellent job by Michael Gray finding the mismatch with DJ Tucker Harry on Muzan.
What an interesting story he is. Played for Mike Smelkinson at Marriott's Ridge High School in 2010-11. He's 26 years old now. The players call him the team dad. And he is a dad. He's got a 6-year-old son. But here for his first year of college basketball, almost a decade removed from when he played for Smelkinson the first time.
Said he's really earned his minutes. He started out this season as the third big man. He came off the bench behind Halik Smith-Johnson, who we have not seen today, and he has just earned his minutes.
Inside move, Matthews couldn't get it to fall, but a foul called here on Dundalk. This is on Muzan. Oh no, it's on Struthers. It's his fourth foul. All this half.
Wow. Christian Matthews is missed the first one. He's
just a 55% shooter on this season. He transferred in from Georgia Tech, played there in the 16-17 season, bounced around at a couple of junior colleges, and finally found his call here at Howard. Misses both free throw tries, however. Harshman dives in the corner. They're going to say he touched it last, so it will be a Dundalk inbounds play. Wright goes over to do the duty. Flips it in for Bundu. To the low block. Walker bounces it out high. Shot missed by Muzan. Dundalk's got it again off the miss. Walker again. This time, as he dribbled, he got fouled. They're going to call it on Gray.
I believe that's his fourth.
It is.
You know, you look at it, the Lions have to, the threes are not falling for them. They're 7 of 30.
Ooh.
They have to find ways to get easier baskets, and they're not going to go on a run by hitting a bunch of threes, I don't think, at this point.
Well, you got to hit them. I mean, you can go on a run with a bunch of threes.
Yes.
But look at how long, again, on that try.
And they're coming up short.
Well, they did get the foul.
And the other thing is these threes were falling the past couple days for this Lions team, but you're playing 3 games in 3 days. Your legs are tired.
It's like Dundalk came into this game playing desperately, taking too long of threes way too early.
Maybe they're a little bit jealous of Casey Gagan from the first game and her range on her 3-point shots. And then not being able to get the free throws to drop. You know, that's a killer as well. Bray hit a couple big threes for this Lions team in yesterday's game.
Well, he just checked back in. They need somebody that can find it and find it fast. 7 minutes to go. That's Walker's third point. Going to the line here is Kelvin Selman. The foul on Wright, his third.
Kelvin Selman having a big second half here. Has a chance to get into double digits if he makes his next free throw.
Yeah, had just a 3-point field goal to show for the first half.
He's definitely a pass-first guy, but he can shoot.
Dundalk starting to run out of time, folks. Free throw line jumper, no good. Matthews couldn't hold the rebound, but Howard got it anyway. Bounce pass goes off of the Dundalk player and back out onto the arc for Eaton. On the far sideline, this is a mad scramble. This is like the firehouse bell is rung the way this possession's gone. Oh. It winds up being gold for the Dragons as Tucker Harry converts.
What a take by him. A difficult left-handed layup, too.
Another long three from Punxsutawney Road.
Man, that one drops, but again, you know, it's like that's a deep three, and it's quick into the possession. You know, so he misses that one. The Dragons have a chance to get it and bring it all the way back. I mean, you know, needs to be a little bit of a rush. They're down by 18, but you gotta be able to set your offense up.
So a timeout here. I believe Howard called that one. Am I correct?
I am not 100% sure. I think that might be the case. Let me take a look. Full timeout, Dundalk.
So they have 2 left. Is that correct? Would that be their 4th?
I think that might be. See if I have a way to look that up.
I will admit I'm not a fan of the stat program that we're using here.
I like these papers that they print for us during the break.
There are some great stat programs out there. The one we're using, I would not put in that category.
So 4 players for the Dragons in double figures, leading the way. Michael Gray, 22 points on the game, 19 in the first half. On the other side, 3 players in double figures for the Lions, including Malik McCormick with 11, Christian Wright with 12, and Jason Muzan with 12 as well.
Pressure all over in the backcourt, but it winds up being a dunk in the forecourt for Matthews. He's got 8 points.
And watch Christian Matthews. Next time he touches the ball, he's going to shoot a deep 3.
Drive and a miss by McCormick. Here comes Howard again.
See, he wanted it right there.
That's a pattern, I guess. After a dunk, he throws a long one.
After any bit of a big play, he comes down and shoots immediately right. He wants to shoot threes every single chance he gets, but...
Well, good thing he didn't on that last one because he had a pretty nice dunk.
Yes.
Howard up by 20, playing defense. In the lane, Struthers runs into traffic.
Good pass by Christian Wright.
Quick subs has been the modus operandi by Dundalk. Quick and many.
Struthers has not gone to the line yet today. He's 2 of 7 from the floor. And he played a big role coming off the bench, especially yesterday. But in both games, he had some pretty decent games as a bench player.
Struthers picks up points 5 and 6 for him.
Dragons now coming out, dealing with the full court press. They're able to get it over easily. See that?
My goodness, what a way to break the press there.
Yep.
Great look from Matthews. That was almost, you could almost give 2 assists on that like in hockey.
Yep, absolutely.
Eaton winds up getting the 2 points.
And that is, that's how you break the press. You want to use that as footage.
Another marathon 3. An offensive rebound nonetheless, and then ball tapped out by Bray.
And just there has not been many easy shot opportunities for the Lions at all this game, especially in the second half. The Dragons really have cracked down on those.
Harshman in the backcourt gets hounded. When there are hounds in the backcourt, there's bound to be guys open in the front court. There, Wright picked the ball off, but stepped on the sideline.
Wright, very smart not to pick up a technical there. You know he wanted to slam the basketball as hard as he could.
He wasn't happy, but the official was right there.
Discussion about the shot clock.
Yeah, they're going to reset it. So they're going to say there was a change of possession. Which does seem a little confusing, since he jumped up to intercept the ball and then was out of bounds. And then he didn't change possession, I would think. Anyway, ball out of bounds again here, almost the same spot. The 20-point Howard lead looms large. Eaton on the right side. Going to try and eat some clock. Oh, has it knocked loose. Stolen away by Ibrahim Bundu.
Yeah, great play. Coming on the backside and poking it away.
Left of the lane, jumper no good by Muhammad Bundu.
Seeing the easy shots just aren't even dropping. It's been a rough day.
Harshman, touch pass down low. Tucker Harry missed. Somebody put it home after. Who was that?
Deshaun Eaton, he's up to 17 on the game.
Yep. .343 to go. And Danville, Illinois is looking that much closer for the Howard Dragons.
That was a good play by Walker, getting the open 3. Just unfortunate not to drop. Lions have been a much better offensive rebounding team today. They have 13 offensive rebounds to 6.
Well, you know, a lot of them have been off those long three-point misses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those will tend to pop back out, and you can get an offensive rebound. But it's the initial shot and the three-point shooting, or lack thereof, that has really hurt the Lions in the long run.
Yep, 8 of 34. Dragons are 9 of 21, 42.9%. And they're shooting 55%. They've only got better at shooting in the second half so far.
Short, rebound slapped around. Dundalk gets it back. Right from the left corner. Sends it back outside. Right elbow shot no good by Bundu. Muhammad Bundu, that is. Now Walker misses in the lane. And they're going to call, I believe, Harshman for the foul?
I think Dana Struthers.
Okay. I saw Harshman's reaction, and I thought they had called him initially.
Yeah, I saw Struthers, so
Okay.
and I saw Harshman.
Maybe they both thought they got a call against them. So Harshman will go to the line for the first time in this ball game.
I believe he's somewhere in the 50s.
He's just a 49% free
49.
throw shooter on the season.
He makes that one.
He was a red shirt last year at King University down in Bristol, Tennessee. So a make and a miss for Harshman. And Howard's got the ball again off the miss. The lead is 22, biggest of the ball game for the Dragons. Inside, layup with the left hand, counted for Tucker Harry, 8 for him.
That's the passing ability by Kelvin Selman, making the smart decision. And a nice easy basket for the Lions. That last basket was by Christian Wright.
Shade over 2.5 minutes to go. Make those travel plans, Aaron Foley, AD of the Howard Dragons. You're sending a team to Illinois.
You know, it's felt like, we talked about how this team, all their losses this year have come on the road, but they have been unflappable here, knocking off the number 4 team in the nation, the number 7 team in the nation, and taking down Garrett twice here, once in this tournament last night. They played a lot of really tough teams here, and they just find ways to win.
I suppose a couple of bench players will probably see the floor here shortly.
You might get Kaleem Jennings, Anthony Jamichula. A couple options. This Dundalk team, though, deserves a lot of credit for coming back from 19 points down to defeat Potomac State. Potomac State dancing in their huddle with 2 minutes and 34 seconds left in the game, thinking it was all but a wrap, and the Lions just...
And what was the margin at that point? With
11 points. And they just couldn't inbound the ball. The Lions did an excellent job of trapping them and
took them to overtime.
Took them overtime, and Christian Wright just put the team on his back, got their first 7 points, and they never looked back. Got to give them credit with that. And then they responded perfectly against a streaking Frederick team, who, though came into the game yesterday under 500, was on a, I believe, 4-game winning streak. So, got to give them credit. They battled tough. They beat this Dragons team this year. They knew this was not going to be an easy go of it. And it just, third game in 3 days, and the shots just did not drop today.
Backcourt pressure does not work for Dundalk, and again, an easy bucket by Matthews. Not as fancy as the last time when he had the big jam.
Yeah.
This time he just scooped it up off the glass and in.
Now 6 Dragons are in double figures.
Under 2 minutes to go. They try to get Matthews one more time. This time it's out of his reach. Walker back in, Muzan back in for Dundalk. Three ball for Walker is good. His first field goal of the game. He had 3 free throws before that.
Brings him up to 7.
Or 4 free throws before that. Okay. Well, I got to commend the folks here at Howard, not only for getting a win here, but for running this 4-day event. And I can tell from personal experience how much work it takes to pull off one of these. And great job of organization by Erin Foley and her staff. A lot of folks have to get involved to make this work, and really nice to see. And they reap the big reward as the men's team will advance to the Nationals.
Absolutely.
Really makes it worth it when that happens.
Especially, like Devin Richmond, was on this team last year. They won 2 games. So to turn it from 2 to now, this is going to be their 25th win.
Wow. 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 Fancy passing down along the baseline. They'll wisely kick it back out. Now a 3 ball. Yep. Selman again.
Just to add to his stat sheet.
Gets him to triple digits. Right off the mark. Howard's got it. We're coming down to our final 60 seconds of basketball. 4 games on Thursday, 4 games on Friday, 4 games on Saturday, and 2 here on Sunday. Coming to a conclusion, and the ecstasy on the Howard bench starting to become evident.
Kaleem Jennings comes in for Deshaun Eaton. Anthony Jami Chula is going to come in.
Yeah, they hit one of those long threes.
Muzan with another 3, I believe.
Yep.
Then a foul. And Paris Young going to come into the game as well. Again, Kaleem Jennings, Anthony Jami Chula, and Paris Young tend to be the 3 that when the game gets out of hand, they come in.
Well, we just mentioned we'd probably see them. There they are. And, when those guys get in, not only does the bench get happy, the starters get happy, but you always see the fans respond. When you see those guys that put in so much time and effort all year long, and they get a chance to join in, get their name in the box score.
Get rewarded. Cole Harshman's going to make his return back to the court as well.
Another long 3. You add up the distance of all the 3s they've tried.
Paris Young with the 2.
There you go.
That shuts this gym down.
Right there, the bench goes berserk. Another bomb. This one counts for McCormick.
It's unfortunate it's a little too little, too late.
Way too little and way too late.
Jami Chula.
McCormick's going to get a lay-in to go with the long distance shot he had just taken. Foul on McCormick.
His bench is going crazy over here. You look at both benches, it's, it's tough to look at the Lions.
Study in contrast.
Yeah, exactly.
You see the disappointment over on the Dundalk side to the left, and the celebration about to hit full tilt down to our right.
Well, as someone who, called games for this team in the past and had to keep their spirits up during 40, 30-point losses, it was an honor to only actually between both teams sit through 4 losses at home this year.
None on the men's side.
None on the men's side. The women's team went, I believe, either 12-3 or 13-3 this year at home. Or 4.
You're saying, yeah.
Yeah, 4. Because they lost yesterday. But
Well, Matt, it's been fun working with you. Fun with Ellen in the first game. For 2 students, you're doing a good job. And,
thank you. It's it's been an honor to call this team. I've been doing it for a couple years now.
well, I enjoyed working with the both of you, and wish you the best as you gain experience. And there it is, folks.
And the celebration starts.
Your 2020 Mid-Atlantic District Champion, headed to the Division II Nationals in Danville, Illinois, the Howard Dragons.
And the famous, if you watch the Washington Wizards, this is their winning song. At home, of course. And if you're a Wizards fan, you get to hear this maybe 13 times a year.
I was going to say something like that, but I didn't want to spoil your thunder.
If you've been a Wizards fan long enough, you feel it.
Camera can move a little to the right. You'd see some of the celebration going on that Howard bench.
Yep.
There we go.
The Dragons team giving their respects to the president of the college, Kay Hetherington, who came to watch the game today.
Well, she's got to go dig into the coffers, get that travel money ready
Yep, I think she'll gladly do that.
to get this basketball team out to the Midwest. What a story by Mike Smelkinson and this Howard basketball team.
Yep, the 1 year
2 wins to
turnaround.
25 wins. Hosting the championship and winning it. We're going to listen in to the on-court festivities as they announce the all-tournament team.
From Howard Community College, number 1, Christian Matthews. And your Region 20 Tournament MVP from Howard Community College, number 5, Naquan Williams.
They just gave Naquan Williams Day the player of the tournament, which I thought was going to probably happen if they won today.
Now we would like to congratulate both teams for making the finals. This is a fantastic tournament. The Runout Trophy for the 2020 Region 20 Division II Tournament goes to the CCBC Dundalk Lions. Coached by Deron Taylor. We will now present individual medals to each member of the championship team. Please remain on the court once you have received your medals. And now for the individual medals. Number 1, Christian Matthews. Number 2, Deshaun Eaton. Number 3, Kareem Jennings. Number 4, Cole Heisman. Number 5, Naquan Wednesday. Number 10, Devin Richmond. Number 12, Joel Webb. Number 13, Michael Gray. Number 20, Ted Zane. Number 23, Holly Smith-Johnson. Number 32, Calvin Salmon. Number 33, Anthony Donachua. Number 35, DJ Tucker Harry. Number 31, Paris Young. Assistant coach, Will Thomas. Assistant coach, Terrell Willis. Assistant coach, Alvarez Jr. And head coach, Mike Smelkinson.
$85.
And now the moment you've been waiting for.
It's a wonky number. Huh?
Division 2 National Tournament in Dayton, Illinois. The Region 20 and Mid-Atlantic District Tournament champions. Howard Community College Dragons!
So the celebration is officially underway.
It's got to be extra awesome that it's happening in front of their home fans, their home staff. A lot of the members of the women's team are here too today to support this men's team, which, you know, after them taking a tough loss yesterday, you know, you got to give them credit for coming and supporting the men's side.
Yeah, I didn't want you to get that little awkward moment there. I would never tell you what to do. I'm way out of my alley.
So we hope to talk to Coach Smelkinson here shortly before we let you go. In the meantime, let's take a look at the final scoring numbers for this one individually. For the Dundalk Lions, who conclude their season at 21-10, they were led by Malik McCormick's 18 points. Jason Muzan and Christian Wright also got to double digits. Muzan with 15, Wright with 14 points. Noel Hilton had 9, as did Mohammed Bundu, all of his in the first half. 7 points by Tyshawn Walker, 6 for Dana Struthers, 2 each for Ibrahim Bundu and Aliasa Bray. For the Dragons, well, they were led by Michael Gray's 25 points, 19 back in half number 1. Deshaun Eaton next up with 17 points. Kevin Selman had 14. Devin Richmond with a dozen, 10 each for Christian Matthews and DJ Tucker Harry. In single digits, Naquan Williams-Day had 7. Cole Harshman, 4 points. Joel Webb, 3. Paris Young, 2 points to round out the Howard scoring. And the Dragons will go to the Nationals with a record of 25-6.
And they should, you know, jump up a little bit in the national rankings. They came in today number 16 in the nation. Winning this tournament will help. Especially beating Garrett. Garrett was receiving votes going into this weekend. You know, they didn't play Cecil, they didn't play Beaver County, but they had already beat them. But yeah, so riding high.
So the traditional cutting of the net taking place out on the court, and hopefully we can get the coach over here. Matt, why don't you take a run down there, see if you can get Mike to come up here, and I'd like to have a chat with him.
All right, I will go see if he can come up.
Thank you. In the meantime, I want to remind you once again of our sponsors from this tournament. MedStar Health, the official medical provider for Howard Community College Athletics. Also, Pepper Jack's Subs, Shakes, and Fries in Laurel, Maryland. Ayers St. Gross Architectural Firm. The Howard County Visitors Bureau. And Maggiano's Little Italy Restaurant, located in the Columbia Mall. And while we're waiting for the coach, we can give you some shooting numbers. Dundalk wound up for the ball game 29 of 76 from the field, 38%. 12 of 40 were threes, that's 30%. And the Lions were 15 of 21 from the line, 71%. For Howard, well, it was 37 of 65 overall, 57% from the field. Pretty impressive from three as well, 10 of 23, 44%, and 20 of 29 from the line, 69%. The rebounding battle was won by Howard, 43 to 39.
I'm here with you.
And I'm joined now by the victorious head coach of the champion Howard Dragons, Mike Smelkinson. Mike, congratulations.
Thank you.
It was a game that you really had in control pretty much all the way. You had a tight one with this team back in January at Dundalk, lost by one amid some controversy. No controversy, really no question today. What was the difference?
Michael Gray did not play in that game. He played in this game. He had 25 points, 8 of 14, 4 of 7 from 3, 5 of 6 from the line, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. He was unreal in the first half, and he set the tone, and it feels good. And I think I need to go cut down the nets. They're waiting for me.
Okay.
I'll be back.
If you want to take that snip and then come on back as quick as you can. A little further look at some of the other numbers here. Howard with 26 assists to 21 for Dundalk. Turnovers wound up dead even at 14 apiece. Howard outscored Dundalk 49 to 36 before intermission, 55 to 49 after the break. So add them up, you got 104 for the Howard Dragons, 85 for the Dundalk Lions. And there goes Coach Smelkinson ascending the ladder to take the final piece of the net. Shows it to the fans. He's done a lot of net cutting in his collegiate coaching career. Both of these coaches that were victorious today, Mike Smelkinson on the men's side for Howard, Mike Sini on the women's side for Essex, both came over after leaving Hartford Community College following last season, and both carrying the success that they had at Hartford to their respective institutions this year. Hopefully Coach Smelkinson didn't forget about us. He said he was going to take the last piece of net and come right back at us. So we're hoping to talk to him before he takes off. He's posing for a picture with the other folks, some of the coaches, do a team picture and all. it may be a while for us to get him back. But we're going to wait it out, folks. If you're interested in hearing it, we will wait. While we're waiting, I would like to personally thank the good folks here at Howard for inviting me to join each of you today and to kind of return to the old stomping grounds in a sense and have a chance to bring these ball games to you on Championship Sunday. It was a lot of fun and well worth the trip, and I appreciate being asked and thoroughly enjoyed it. And here comes Coach Smelkinson back to us. Okay, Mike Smelkinson with his return. And to take a program from 2 wins last year, to come in and to assemble a team in short order, to win 25 games is a story that is pretty much as amazing as really what was happening on the women's side. A program that didn't even exist last year, and Mike Sini came in and won 30 games and is headed to the Nationals. How the heck do you do that? Something like that.
I don't know. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know. All I know is I'm proud of the guys, and so many different guys on the team with different stories of how they got here or stayed here or came back here. And I'm just so happy for everybody involved in this whole journey. It's unbelievable. I'm speechless.
Well, you're proud of them. I'm proud of you. It really was fun to witness, and I thanked the folks for bringing me back here, and I think you were kind of the driver in that, and I want to thank you for it. I was very happy to share in this day.
Thank you for being here.
And to see it and to enjoy it, and to see some not only some good basketball, but some good camaraderie and all the things that go along with people that are doing things the right way. And I really appreciate it, and thank you for letting me be a part of this.
Thank you for coming and being a part of it. I'm so happy you were able to come here and be a part of this.
Well, you went to the Nationals when you were at Howard the first time.
Yep.
You went to Danville.
Yep.
Lost the first game, right?
Yes. Yep.
So you get a chance to go at it again. You went to the Nationals with Hartford in 2016, the Division I Nationals at the fabled Hutchinson location.
Yes.
Had a pretty good first half against a highly ranked team, and couldn't come up with a W.
Right.
Any clue as to how the seeding's going to work or what you might get going into things?
No, but we're thinking and hoping that we'll get a good seed. We got a good resume. We've beaten 2 top 10 teams by over 25 apiece. This year we came into this region tournament 16th in the country, and we know that some of the teams ahead of us got knocked out and didn't make it to nationals. So we're going to enjoy this. We're going to take a few days off, and then we're going to get ready, and we're not done yet.
So you will depart when? Saturday?
I think Sunday. We still are not 100% sure if we're going to fly or drive it. Last time we drove it, it's about 10 hours. So we're just kind of evaluating and seeing what's the best thing to do, and then we'll have to break the bank, the school's bank.
We mentioned, the president of the college was here, and we said that she's going to have to open the coffers to get you guys out there.
I hope that doesn't get in the way of our new building that's coming soon. So.
Well, that'll be a big announcement when that all becomes official. But yeah, I got to look forward to that and being involved with that. Again, the heartiest congratulations to you and all the folks. And it was a really a nicely run event, and you and I both know what all that takes. To pull off one of these and to have 14 basketball games in 4 days on the same court takes a lot of folks. And
I want to say, athletic director Erin Foley, what a job she's done. She deserves credit in this, in hosting this, and in bringing me here and hiring me back. She's done a great job here. Our women's basketball team had a great year as well. They won 20 games. So things are looking up here at Howard, and I'm happy to be home.
Well, we know that, and we're glad for you.
Thank you.
That about wraps things up here from Columbia. I want to thank all the good folks who helped us bring this to you. Mentioned all the sponsors just a little earlier. Thanks to our producer, Mustafa Umar. Thank you to my partner on this broadcast, Matt Trudell. Thanks to my partner on Game 1, the women's game, Ellen Campbell, for her work and her halftime interview that she hosted for us here during the men's game as well. Most of all, however, I'd like to say thanks to you for watching. This is Ken Krasalovic saying the final score once again from Howard. The Howard Dragons, 104. The Dundalk Lions, 85. And you know what? We'll talk to you again sometime down the road right here on the NJCAA Region Network.